All right, Aries. Here's your overall for the week. The Knight of Swords. So again, it's like fast action. And that's like not the thing to be doing right now. Now with the Knight of Swords is the overall, you may be acting a little bit too quick on a situation. You know, I think that, again, with the Chariot falling out, that you have a pretty good idea of like where you're headed, what you're wanting to do, and where you're going. But, you know, this is kind of hasty. Now, on the other hand, though, with the Knight of Swords being the overall, we can be talking about direct communication. Like somebody that's coming in really quick with the truth or some communication here, but usually it's blunt and direct. Now, this could be you doing this or somebody else. But again, it's like needing to take quick action, and maybe that's like not the right thing to do. But again, that's just because of the oracle cards, because it's like being burnt out on constantly go, go, go. Now, in the past, and you know, with that being the past coming through, like I can understand. Now, some of you may still feel this way, though, with this being the past still coming through. With the Eight of Swords being stuck in a situation, not being able to see your way out of it. But, you know, again, with the Eight of Swords, we do this to ourselves. It's like not wanting to see how you can get out of a difficult situation, the mental trap. Your thoughts are keeping you stuck here. Now, for some of you, you may, like, literally be stuck with a situation. And it's like you're trying to figure out how to get out of it. But it's still an issue. And it's like, the other thing too is like forcing something, like feeling like you need to force something to happen. That or somebody else is trying to force you to do something here. Yeah, and Aries, like really? I even took a week off and it's still showing up in the present moment. Once again, the Ace of Wands. It's like continuous for you guys. New passionate beginning. New creative ideas, new inspiration, new growth. And it's like, you want it. It's like you want it. You want to go after this. You want to realize this, make the most of it. But some of you are stuck with something else, though. But now, on the other hand, some of you may be forcing this, you know, or like I said, somebody else is forcing this. But again, with that damn Eight of Swords, somebody's stuck. And there's no clear way forward just yet on how to make the most of that damn Ace of Wands that keeps showing up. Future conditions, well, yeah. Strength. Needing to have the strength to push forward. So this to me is basically saying that either you or another person here, and like I said, with that Ace of Wands, it's a new passionate beginning, but it could be a relationship. This could be work, something new as far as like what you want to work on creatively, things like that. But whatever that Ace of Wands is, that damn Ace of Wands, there is a reason why you're needing to pull on your strength, and it's because either you or somebody else here is still stuck with a previous situation. And, you know, again, like forcing an issue and then possibly like being burnt out on it. Like, you know, where is this going? Like you don't have any answers, you know, again, looking at the oracle cards. But with strength being there again, you know, a gentle force, right? But with the Knight of Swords is the overall, it's like, you know, come on now. You know, let's get this going here. Let's make this real. Oh my goodness. All right. Your best path to follow, the Queen of Swords. Okay, so seeing that as your advice and then looking at the Knight of Swords, right? Like I do agree with the fact that maybe forcing the issue is not a good thing, especially if it's going to lead you to this feeling of like being burnt out on this. But with the Queen of Swords being there, it is about you needing to be blunt and being straightforward, not piddle farting around, like getting straight to the point. And then not only that, but like if you're tired of dealing with, you know, this feeling of like being stuck, then yeah, it's like you needing to speak up, like, look, you know, this is what it is. And this is what I want. You know, and it's like in an effort here to like get something going here. or get somebody going, whether that's you or somebody else. And I don't know why I'm feeling like two different people. Like, I understand the Queen of Swords being there as your advice with the Knight of Swords, but like I said, it's almost like instead of forcing the issue, it's just you needing to say what needs to be said. In your environment, the Six of Pentacles. Now, again, and it's funny because usually I look at the overall and it puts a taint on like everything that's happening, but it's more so that damn Eight of Swords is the past still coming through. You know, it would have been different had something else would have been here other than strength, but because of strength being here, it's saying that you need to continue and find that inner strength to continue doing this, even though, you know, somebody's stuck. Now, coming at it, going down here with the Six of Pentacles being in your environment, I feel like, because this is you. This is definitely you. I think some of you may be like trying to force an issue, but maybe it's just that you need to say your piece and then that's it. And like stop trying to act toward this. Because I feel like with the Six of Pentacles being in your environment, you're giving into this. You know, like you're giving your share into this to make this a reality here because that's what you want. You want that new beginning. You want that passion. You want that excitement and enthusiasm and all that wonderful shit with the Ace of Wands. But is it just you? I don't feel like this has to do with you needing to be open to receive anything. I feel more so that this is you giving to make this a possibility. But, you know, again, one-sided situations with the Six of Pentacles. And the reason why I say that is because of the Eight of Swords again. And strength is great and all. But, like, I don't know. I just kind of feel like you get pushed to a point where it's like trying to force something to happen because you're tired of, like, being, like, patient about it. Your hopes and your fears, the Six of Cups, the past, right? And then going back to the past, the damn Eight of Swords. Now, you know, I love this Six of Cups because to me, it's so like happy. It really shows looking back on like really happy memories. You know, this could definitely suggest like something from the past coming through. And with that Ace of Wands, it's been in all kinds of different positions for you guys for like, since I've come back, it's been persistent for Aries. But for some reason, again, I think that this is going to have to do with another person though too. It's like somebody can't get out of a situation. But yet, you know, it's the Ace of Wands is still there. And I think for you with the Six of Cups, it's like fearing that that past is going to continue. Like somebody's just going to continue to be stuck in a situation. And again, like I said, that could be you, but I think it has to do with somebody else. Because I still see you willing to give to this and you needing to find the strength to continue here or to find the strength to get out of this. But this is what throws it off. Because your best path to follow is saying that you need to be direct in your communication. You know, there's no need here to beat around the bush. Just say what you need to say and get it out there. Especially if you're dealing with somebody who is like purposely keeping themselves stuck in a situation. Especially if the both of you are wanting this. But I feel like you're the only one that's like giving to this right now. Oh boy, and then coming out, the Knight of Cups. So, god damn it. I love the Knight of Cups. But the problem is here's the thing, okay? So say we're talking about you, and there is a need for you to act. Especially if you feel like you're stuck in a situation, there needs to be a little bit more put into making the most of this, whatever, you know, this new beginning is representing for you. Like I said, whether it's a relationship or work. you're finding the inner strength to go forward. There is a need for direct communication, absolutely, and possibly direct action. But you move into this place here with the Knight of Cups where it may be that, you know, you're being direct about the way that you feel and what you are trying to offer to somebody else. But my problem with the Knight of Cups is the fickle emotions. Now, if we're talking about you dealing with somebody else, that's how they may be, like in and out. But it's not like in a Knight of Wands type of way. It's like, you know, still wanting to have like an experience with you and offering that cup, but like not doing anything to get out of a situation that they're already in. Because of this being here, you know, it's like there's still that fear that the past is prevailing on this. You know, and then on the other hand, it may be you going off in a totally different direction and like expressing your emotions somewhere else because for some reason it's just not happening here. And then the Page of Pentacles, it's still there. Jesus Christ. Aries, what? All right. Now, let me just say that with the King of Wands being here, I do think that maybe some of you may be dealing with another fire sign, possibly. If we're talking about you, we're talking about, you know, you being a little bit more passionate and adventurous, you know, especially with the Knight of Cups and maybe moving off in a different direction. But the thing is, though, and the reason why I think this may have to do with another person for some of you, you have the Four of Wands here, which to me, again, is going back to this want to like build something here. You know, when you're looking at the Four of Wands, you're talking about stability, right? But there's also commitment that shows up there for me. You know, building something with someone, right? And then you have the King of Wands there. But then the damn Page of Pentacles still is showing up. So like, what I feel like is it's not just you, it's the other person. That may be why the Six of Pentacles is here, but for some reason the past seems to be an issue and somebody being stuck. But there's still very much a want here to get something going. The Page of Pentacles, right? Wanting to make something real. Willing to put in the effort here to get something going, get something started. And it has to do with this Four of Wands and like wanting to have this stability with this person. Now, you know, like I said, that it doesn't have to be, but I mean, come on. You know, you've got the Ace of Wands, the Knight of Cups, and the Six of Cups here. I think I'm talking to those of you who are like wanting to get something going in terms of a relationship. Or wanting to build something a little bit more stable in your relationship. But for some reason, you know, there's like the difficulty still coming through with that damn Eight of Swords and somebody being like stuck. You know, and I don't know. I think that that's like the outside. I don't think that that's you. But like I said, for those of you, you know, who are feeling like you're stuck and you can't make the most of this Ace of Wands, you know, again, you get to this point here where it's like, you force it. It's like you force it between these two. But there's like a need here for you to communicate the blunt, honest truth, you know? And I feel more so that that has to do with those of you who are needing to communicate that to somebody else. Like, look, you know, clearly there is a way out of this situation. And there's an ability here to make the most of this. Wow, Aries. And it's no wonder why, you know, you have this burnt out feeling. Like, you know, I've had enough of this and I've had enough of like not knowing. But yet it's still very much a possibility. You know, and like I said, especially to those of you who are dealing with another person here. All right, Aries. Let's take a look at your love lives and see what's going on. Aries couples, the Four of Swords, and that's probably why. All right. Now, with the Hierophant, when you're looking at this deck specifically, it's talking about spiritual support. But the Hierophant, right, I mean, it can be talking about commitment, needing to make a commitment here. Sometimes you know, this is referred to as the narcissist, but I don't know. I don't really see it that way. I think that when you're looking at needing to give your relationship a chance, and with the Hierophant showing up here, maybe there needs to be a better, like, commitment made. You know, there needs to be more effort put into the commitment, I think. And it may be you or the other person here that may not be willing to do it, but for some reason this isn't something that either one of you should be giving up on right now. But some of you may be seeing yourselves as single because maybe somebody can't make that kind of commitment, you know? But you're being asked to give it a chance, though, which I find interesting. Now, for those of you who are in a relationship, heart-to-heart conversations, well, the reason why you're needing to discuss your feelings with each other is because there's difficulty in making a connection. You know, when I look at the Four of Swords, I feel like there is a real effort being made, but it's like for whatever reason right now, the connection just cannot be made. You know, there's kind of a need to just step back for a minute and maybe just talk about things first before, you know, things can get going in the right direction. Like, you know, I feel like there's an effort being made, but maybe some things need to be talked about instead of, like, you know, just forcing issues. And again, right, like forcing things, forcing an issue. But damn it, Aries, with that damn Ace of Wands and the Page of Pentacles, if that is not a persistent damn thing with you, I do think that I'm talking to some of you here, though, that may be really wanting to get something going with someone, but for some reason, either you or the other person are stuck in a situation. But like I said, the Page of Pentacles continuously showing up. It's like, it's there, but for some reason, you're still in that space of trying to get it going. But I do think that, you know, with Strength being there and with the Knight of Swords, I don't think that for you, you're willing to give up on this just yet. All right, Aries. So now going back to the Eight of Swords, you can definitely be stuck in a situation and there's a need for you to speak bluntly and truthfully to somebody else that, hey, I don't want to be stuck anymore, that I want to start getting into this. That damn Ace of Wands, I took a week off for Christ's sakes, and I don't know how many different decks I've used, and it keeps showing up for you guys. It's crazy. But then not only that, but the damn Page of Pentacles. So now with Strength, like I said, it's great and all to have, you know, the strength to continue giving to this and trying to make this a real possibility for you. But like with the Knight of Cups, I almost feel like some of you are being directed somewhere else. Now, like I said before, I think that this could possibly have to do with another person. You're like, come on, let's fucking get this going. Like, I feel frustration around it. And it's no wonder why there's a fear of the past, like, prevailing on this, I think is the best way to put it. Now, as far as coming out, you know, I love the Knight of Cups, and I've talked about this before. When I look at the Knight of Cups, like, the Knights, to me, take things to the extreme. So, you know, before the Knight of Cups, you have the Page of Cups, where it's like, oh, I've never felt this before. And this is like a junkie going after the first high, and going wherever he's going to get that emotional fulfillment. Now, you could definitely be being directed somewhere else and wanting to start some stability for yourself somewhere else, absolutely, especially if you have another opportunity. But I don't know. Because of the Six of Cups showing up, I feel like if you're dealing with somebody who's already stuck in a situation, it's like, you know, it's still there. It's still very much a real possibility, but somebody is not willing to make it happen or get things going. And again, with the Chariot. Oh, Aries. I do think, though, that the Queen of Swords is probably the best advice, you know, not piddle-farting around, just getting straight to the fucking point, like, let's just do this, you know, but with Strength being there again, and then looking at the Knight of Swords, like, you don't want to force an issue either. Now, for some of you, you could have somebody trying to force something on you, though, too, because, again, right, like, I feel like you're burnt out on this, like, you're just burnt out, wore out, tired of not knowing, tired of putting in all the effort, and then not seeing shit happen, you know, which is very much a possibility here. But I would say to you, say what you need to say and do what you have to do. But forcing an issue right now is not the best way to go. And like I said, it's because of her being your advice that I feel like it's you wanting something to happen. But somebody else is like purposely keeping themselves in a situation that they don't need to be in. But like I said, that could either be you or them. Now, as far as relationships go, give your relationship a chance, and then you have the Hierophant. And like I said with this one, when you look at this deck and the little pamphlet that comes with it, it talks about spiritual support. But come on now. I mean, you know, you're looking at the Hierophant with these two people, and it's like, it makes me wonder if somebody is not willing to make the commitment, or there needs to be a stronger commitment made, but you're being asked to give it a chance. But I'm like, if you're dealing with this, why? You know, now that may be you. And it may be that you're not ready to fully commit to something just yet. Now, as far as those of you who are in a relationship, heart-to-heart conversations, and then you have the Four of Swords. And again, not forcing an issue. Like, I feel like there's an effort being made, but the connection cannot be made. And there's a need to just kind of talk about things right now. Like, this one got me wrapped up in a way where I'm like, why? Why aren't things going? Why aren't things happening here? You know, it bothers me that this one keeps showing up. But the good news is you still have that Ace of Wands. So if you are feeling like you're stuck in a situation, then absolutely you need to speak up about that. But if somebody else is like continuously keeping themselves in that kind of situation, right? Like, everything here is saying just hang in there, but I'd be like, you know, I'm gone. Like, there's got to be something else, right? It bothers me, Aries.